Hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8 Second Gaming. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I'm sure every Apex player can be excited for, and that is the possible end of the cheaters in Apex. And I know that sounds like a long shot because there are a decent amount of cheaters in the game right now, and some people might not think it's possible. But in this video, we're going to be breaking down the history of the cheaters in Apex, some of the current cheats that are going on, what they've done in the past, and what they're doing right now that's actually bringing an end to these cheaters. Because Respawn has actually been doing a lot of things behind the scenes to be dealing with cheaters. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of all the things that they've been doing, but they have been doing some good things and some bad things. But by the end of this video, you guys will understand literally everything you need to know about this situation. But just quickly guys, I want to take a second to thank today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Now this is a game for your PC or mobile device, and Raid is a turn-based battle MMORPG, but I play Apex, so you know, ooga booga caveman brain, I don't know what that means. Well, basically you hit guy and then guy hits you back, and that guy can either be a computer-based AI or another actual player. Now in Raid, your goal is to expand your champion pool and get other cool loot from completing things such as dungeons, boss fights, and other activities. Now, one of these before mentioned bosses is Astronyx, and she's located in the Doom Tower. Now, this lady's basically one of those crazy astrology girls that your mom warned you about. She was studying the night sky, blew up her workplace, killed everyone around her, locked herself in the Doom Tower, and now it's basically up to you to stop her. And guys, right now is the perfect time to download the game because all month long they are having some sick events going down. They've got the new Forge Pass, they've got limited edition artifact sets, and they're also going to be bringing out new champions and even new skins. And we all know the best part of a game is how cool your character looks while playing it. So stop wasting time, click the link in the description or scan this here QR code to download, and when you do, you get some free in-game goodies like a free epic champion Tyrell, 200,000 silver, and other items that help you start out your grind. So get on a Game Leapers, and thanks again to Raid for sponsoring this video. But now with that covered, let's jump back into cheaters. And like I said, Apex has had a long history with cheaters. There's always been a massive issue with them. Way back when the game first came out, of course, we had aimbot, we had wall hacks, we even had something called a speed boost hack, where cheaters were able to get around the map insanely quickly. Imagine an Octane stim on steroids. Now thankfully that one doesn't exist anymore. They were able to kind of cut that out of the game. But actually way back in the day when I was streaming Apex when it first came out, I had a cheater counter on my stream because that's how frequently you ran into them. And of course this season there's no exception, we still do have cheaters. Now a lot of them aren't as blatantly cheating, a lot of them are just Cronus Zen users, there's wall hackers, there are aimbotters, but a lot of them have swapped to soft aimbot so it's not as obvious. But you know, there are still the fair share of hard aimbotters and people that are just blatantly cheating. But I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there aren't as many as there used to be. In previous seasons, it seemed like every other game in a high tier lobby, you were running into a cheater. But the reason that there aren't as many cheaters running around is probably due to the anti-cheat that they just added into the game. Now, the anti-cheat system that they did introduce into the game is called the Hyperion anti-cheat system, and I do believe it's the same one that Fortnite uses. I'm not 100% sure if Fortnite does use it, so if they don't, somebody please correct me in the comments. But now when they implemented that Hyperion anti-cheat system, the first week that it was in the game, it basically broke all the known cheats. So we had a little bit of a time of blissfulness where there were no cheaters in the game. But of course they worked around it and they brought the cheats back. So we do have those aimbotters, those wall hackers, stuff like that. But now in this new season, we're actually seeing a new form of cheating. Well, it's actually technically not new, it is an old form, but they're just bringing it back. But these are the kill farmers in ranked. At the start of Season 14, Respawn did do some changes to the rank system. One of those changes being most notably, they uncapped KP. So they took all of the diminishing returns off it. So no matter if you get 1 kill or 40 kills, they are all worth the same. Before, hitting certain thresholds of kills meant that you got less points. But because they've taken that cap off, kill farmers have returned back into ranked. What they do is they play Wattson, they play Crypto, and they just revive people over and over again, have them run into the Wattson fences, get sprayed down, and you get massive amounts of KP because of that. And with that massive amount of KP, there's also massive amounts of RP, so you're seeing people fly through the ranks with this kill farming. Now, I do want to put a quick disclaimer out there for people that may be thinking of doing this, thinking that it's a quick, easy ticket to a high rank. These people typically get hit by ban waves pretty frequently, and even in the past, there was at one point where the number 3 Predator was one of these kill farmers and was banned because of it. But even with that being said, some of the bans that Respawn does hand out might be a little too lenient. Most of the bans that Respawn hand out actually are temporary bans. Even against cheaters, they do not permanently ban them. I believe it was when Stormpoint first came out, there was a massive wave of bans of people that were kill farming, and I think the harshest ban was people were getting taken out of the game for 2 weeks. Seriously, that's all they got. 2-week ban for cheating in ranked games over and over and over and flying through the ranks. And that's not even the worst part. Respawn also is going lightly on cheaters who use wall hacks and aimbot. Now this is most clearly evidenced by Facilitator, and if you guys don't know who Facilitator was, Facilitator a few seasons ago was in the top pred spot. They were constantly battling for those top 5 positions, him and his squad. But him and his team were actually caught walling and aimbotting not once, but 3 times. But Facilitator's actually been unbanned and allowed to play Apex again because apparently he wasn't the one that was using the cheats, it was his teammates, so Respawn has deemed him okay to come back. Now look, I could understand if it was just a one-time occurrence where he randomly met these guys, was playing one night, didn't know that they were cheating, got banned, apologized, and then came back. But this was a set 3-stack that was cheating multiple times. Remember, they got banned 3 separate occasions. And from Facilitator's own words, he talked to Hideouts personally, and Hideouts has allowed him to come back. So I think Respawn is being a little bit too lenient on these bans in my opinion. But now you might be asking yourself, why do I think this could be the end of cheaters? It seems like all the information that I've been laying out has kind of been saying that Respawn isn't really doing anything. But there's actually a few things that Respawn has been doing to combat them. Of course, they have the anti-cheat in the game now, so that is stopping cheaters at some level, but also they've changed the report button. For the longest time back in the day, the report button was essentially useless. It was just kind of there to make people feel better about themselves. The only way to get somebody actually banned was to either go to Hideouts or another dev through Twitter or Discord or some other way, send them a clip of them cheating, and then you could get them banned. But now, according to AG420, who is not only a known data leaker but is also a known hacker, the report button is now the most effective tool to get someone banned. Apparently, according to these hackers, the people in lower lobbies report them all the time, so they get banned a lot faster. So the reason that I think that these hackers are coming to an end is because if we start to report these hackers and they get banned more frequently, a lot of them who aren't making money off of it are just going to give up. It's going to be way too annoying for them. They're going to either drop the hacks or switch to another game. Now, of course, there's never going to be a game without hackers 100%. People are always going to be cheating in some way, shape, or form. But if we make it as hard as possible against them by doing the reports, by sending in the clips to Hideouts and other devs, we could actually see a massive drop in the cheaters in Apex. And in the past, I have seen people bring up the argument, why is it my responsibility to report these cheaters? Shouldn't they already be in the system the moment that they're hitting headshot after headshot? And I do see that side of the argument, I really do. But until Apex has hit that level of cheater detection, I don't think it's really that much to ask somebody to take the 5 seconds that it takes to report someone after a game. Seriously, it takes like 5 seconds, then they're in the system, and if they're actually being banned as quickly as AG420 says they are, we could make Apex a better place for everyone. So start hitting the report button. But now I have a question for you guys, the community, because I might be a little bit biased on this, so I want to hear some other opinions. But me personally, I think Respawn is being way too easy on cheaters. They hand out way too many temporary bans. In my opinion, if you are cheating in any way, shape, or form, you should be permanently banned from the game. You are actively making the choice to ruin the game for other people, so you don't deserve to play the game anymore. But again, I might be biased, so please drop your opinion in the comments down below. I would love to hear it. And with all this being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did and you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming, and I will see you in the next one.